Well, guys, it's now time to react to another monster truck event. As finally get to the next event that Garrett sent me, as this is Map Motorsports O'Reilly Outlaw National Springfield, Missouri 2026, the second show from, of course, I had the video on my phone, come on, description, from Zacher59. There are links in the description, of course. As this is in the event, of course, it's 6 trucks, and thankfully Zacher59 was nice enough to describe, or at least say the field, then say what happens, though. And how nice using CapCut, which I used too for my last 2 events. How funny. Alright, so let's get this event underway now. And I saw a little preview of this. Also, nice to see War Wizard back. I saw a preview of this yesterday because I was going to react to it before work, but I didn't have enough time, so I didn't buy with it. I saw the track, and from my see so far, it doesn't look that impressive. Of course, this is the intros. Let's get to the event itself. Whoa. Hopefully get a better view in the light drop. But the track didn't seem that impressive. Wish it could be a little bit better. Alright, here we go. Best trick. Okay, it looks a little bit better with the lights on, but still, would like to have a little bit better. Alright, so first up, gonna go for the skills. Oh boy, oh, 2 wheels gonna go over! Oh, and gonna save a sidewall! Into another sidewall, gonna go over again! Oh my gosh! I was still trying to look up who that was. Bad decision, Alec White. Okay, going for another skill, I don't agree with that. Being flipped back over, continuing. Oh, into another one, so I guess they allow 3 skills, but I don't agree with that. Since you flipped earlier, that should have ended right there, but that was a great start with the, stoppy there. Wait, bad decision. Alright, here we go, Nightlife, which, by the way, is an old truck from, like, the 90s. How nostalgic. And gonna go for the, oh, slap wheelie it a bit right there. Off the back of racing, but didn't get anything out of it. How nice to see this truck again. Another wheelie right there, nice. So that was only 2 hits. Alright, here we go, Smashosaurus. As Trip Jones driving, gonna go for the stop you start off with. And gonna go over the roller. So now here we go for the, gonna go for sidewall. No, wanted to go for a sidewall attempt. I don't know what exactly what it's called, but I know what he was trying to do. He was trying to get like a stop you off the side of it. Here we go for a sidewall right here. There we go. That's what he was basically trying to do last move. Trying to like kick up into a stoppy that attempt. Nice. But I still think bad decision probably the best. Here we go, wild side now. And gonna go for the wheelie. And this is Jordan Fisher driving, so not Zach Garner. Some damage to the body. So we have a world champion truck, but not the defending racing champion. Or former racing champion, actually, since Todd now has it. Alright, here we go. Tim Jones, tailgater, of course. Who we just saw a commentary recently on this truck. As, oh, big sky wheelie to get the stoppy. And couldn't keep it up for long. That was like me out there, sorry. Are you gonna go hit the back? Oh, nice sky wheelie. Hit the back of it kind of hard. And now gonna go into a donut. But yeah, I think bad decision did the best, even though I don't agree with flipping back over and such. Oh, here we go, War Wizard. Got one more. Nice to see War Wizard back. Driven by RJ Turner. Also, Nightlife was driven by Aaron Basil. I didn't get to mention that earlier. So we see another driver we know of. And gonna go for a stoppy. And then gonna go for it again. And of course, that was already the 3rd hit. I just don't understand the rules necessarily of all of them. I hate that. They're like so inconsistent. Now I'm gonna try and go for a donut. Not really working out, but it is nice to see War Wizard again. There we go. Finally got one going. Although that War Wizard looks weird. Really got one going. And Smashosaurus wins best trick. I don't agree with that. Alright, here we go. Wild side tailgater. Gee, if Zach was driving, that would have been very nice. Well, hit a pole, but I have no idea if that's going to be a penalty. And tailgater leading. Yeah, it looks like they're still going. Oh, what a turn Jones did, although he went a little wide. And Tim Jones, I believe, got the win. There we go, Smashosaurus versus War Wizard. Smashosaurus with the lead. Oh, what a turn by Trip, although he's a little off the side. That could hurt. War Wizard in the lead. Very slow, conservative turn, and it's going to be Smashosaurus with the win. Although, did not hit the ramp correctly. That could have been a penalty, maybe. Alright, semifinals, Nightlife and bad decision. And gonna run over the pole. Good, oh, 2 wheels! As Hanging in here, but of course hit the pole. But who knows? I don't know if that's a penalty necessarily. Great turn. Here we go for the final jump. And bad decision is going to get the victory. Night, life, and bad decision. Wait, say bad decision? Oh, good job with the title there, Zachar. Good job. Teammates going at Tim's in the lead. Here we go for the final turn. Line up for it. Oh, Tim Jones got it, looks like. Bad decision, Tailgater Finals. Ooh, almost started like red light right there. Here we go for the finals. Lost the hood now for bad decision. In the lead, though. Here we go. The final jump. Ooh, Tim had a bad land. Oh, Tim choked. Oh, he had a bad land. It's going to be bad decisions with the victory. Alec White, first time I think we've seen him and got the racing win. Not bad debut. Probably should have won skills. All right, here we go for Freestyle. Smash Source start off with. Okay, nicely to add some cars down to make it a little bit better. Trip Jones. Seen him freestyle before. I think he may have won a freestyle bet too recently. At least maybe I thought should have gotten it. Here we go for Jackrabbit. Nice crush. Oh, I'm going to get a stop you off it too. How about that? Didn't expect that. All right, here we go for the racing lane. Up and over that. So now, all right, here we go for the back of the car. Here we go, right for the racing lane. Ah, beautiful crush. Nice. Good start so far for Trip. All right, here we go for advance. Nope, not going to go for advance. Second, Jackrabbit. Up and over it. Ooh, that was a tough hit. Oh, started to like get on two wheels. All right, for Jackrabbit again. Nice air. Gonna get a bit of a slap wheelie. Nice run so far. And gonna go for a sidewall. And gonna get a stoppy off it. How about that? Nice. Remember, he won skills undeserved. Oh boy, on two wheels. Oh boy, in trouble. Into a sidewall. And gonna get the save. But also, watch out, over rotate though. Oh my goodness. What great control to hold on. What a run by Trip. My goodness. That was a goner. Should have gone for a step up. I mean, a Jackrabbit. Should have gone for that. That hurts. For the racing lane, up and over it. Here we go for the racing lane again. Nice. Almost hit wild side. Here we go for that van stack. Up and over. The big jump over the center jump. I think hit everything out there. Well, now did hit everything. And that Jersey wall got almost yanked out. Did he go for the car for the other racing? I'm not sure yet. Here we go, trying to go into a donut. Here we go. Trip Jones. Oh my God, what a run he had. And here we go, Nightlight now. Was he trying to get a power wheelie? Aaron Bays, we haven't seen him in a bit. Here we go for that racing lane, up and over it, nice. Yeah, probably don't know, Nightlife was a truck from the 90s. I remember seeing it. Gonna go right for the race lane on a VHS tape where it flipped over back on all fours in an event. Meaning some like highlight video. Nice to remember that. Almost the exact same body too, which is wild. And here we go for a car. Nice wheelie. So far being conservative. Alright, here we go for the back of this jump. Van. Oh, beautiful crush! Nice! Asugoi, beautiful! As now, here we go for the race lane again. Nice sky wheelie coming down. As gonna go around that. Should have gone for something. You can't waste time around this shit. You gotta go for stuff. Here we go over the racing lane. Do I hear Kickstart My Heart playing? Here we go for the back of Jackrabbit. I think that's the first time anyone went for it, that side. As getting close to the Jersey wall. Oh, there we go. Nice touch going for that side. Van stack hit. Nice. Managed to squeeze through, avoiding bad decisions. And now going to try and go for Dunt. Hey, good spot to do it. And managed to get the rotation. Nice. I wasn't sure at first he was going to get done, but there we go. Not bad run for Aaron Basil. All right, here we go. Bad decision. Driven by Alec White. Our racing winner probably should have won skills too. Let's see if he can go for the double down now. Here we go for the back of the race lane. Oh, crooked sky wheelie coming down. All right, so now here we go. Around that for the van right here. Nice hit. Another wheelie coming down. Odd angled hit. As now going to go for the back. Once again, nice hit. Just doing the racing lanes. You got to do something else eventually. So, tap side the step up. I mean, the jackrabbit because I'm an idiot. But again, just going for the racing lanes. You need to do other things. You can't just keep going for the racing lane if you want to win. And again, here we go. Back for the racing lane. Big air off of it, though. But you got to do other things. You can't just keep doing that. Here we go. Finally for... Nope. Oh, come on! I thought you were going to go for the back of the center jump. Then you missed the jackrabbit. Like, seriously. White's being way too cautious. Now here we go. Trying to stop me again. Me sidewall again. Gonna go over again. Funny finish, but nice sidewall attempt. But that's gonna hurt because you didn't do anything else but the race lane by and large. Here we go. Wild side. Gonna go for a center jump and gonna clear it. Jordan Fisher driving. Might be the first time seeing them. As up and over that jump. As slide out a little bit. Back of the jackrabbit, nice. I also noticed Wildside has some damage, so probably flipped from the previous show, since this is the second show. Back with the racing lane, nice. Right, here we go for the back of the jackrabbit, up and over it, nice. Fink lost part of the sponsor plate, even though their sponsor plate's not even really there, it's all covered up. Right, for the back of jackrabbit, nice, coming down. I'm going to go into the staging area. And you still got to clip a lot more if you want to beat what Trip did. Trip was insane. Man, for a minute I thought they were going to go for the van sideways. That would have been so cool. Alright, here we go. Jackrabbit. Nice air coming down. Now, gonna go for the racing lane. Nice hit. A little bit of an odd angle. Solid run, but still decent more if you want to take on what Trip did. This is not enough yet. Nice air. Nice hit. That hood's about to come off. It's hard to cab. Starting to smoke. Right for center jump. Big air. Gonna like crossfire a little bit almost into the racing lane. As for the back of the... I mean, not back of Jackrabbit. Nice sky wheelie. Hard hit coming down. Alright, looks like I end it right here. Alright, here we go. War Wizard. As nice air. RJ Turner. Still got like 3 minutes left, I think. We're down to our last two freestylers. Still Trip has been the best so far. And big air off the center jump. Actually, RJ Turner, that name does sound familiar somewhat. And now gonna go for the back of the racing lane. Nice hit. Didn't get no wheelie though. For the back of Jackrabbit. Okay, starting to pick up the pace. I don't think anyone really gone for that jersey wall at all in freestyle. Someone should probably go for that eventually. Oh, nice crush. Big air by War Wizard. Have a lot of aggression. That's good. Not going to go for the Jackrabbit. We're going to go for the back of that racing lane. Again, nice air. Couldn't keep the slap wheelie up, though. And getting really close to the barriers. Alright, so now for the Jackrabbit. Up and over it. Nice. Coming down. Going to get the slap wheelie. So far, War Wizard's having a lot of momentum. So let's do something insane now. Like a sidewall tap that flips over. Up and over that. right, here we go for the van stack. And again, big air! My gosh! Man, RJ is putting up a run! But he still needs to have something like insane though. Here we go into a donut. If he put up like a sane sidewall or something, he might have a chance. But here we go, got a cyclone almost going. Yeah, look at that donut! Alright! But man, that's a really tough one. I still don't know if it's enough to take on Trip yet. It's like so close. Alright, here we go. Tim Jones now, tailgater to wrap it up. So what is he going to do? Mr. Choking Racing. Here we go for the back of the racing lane. Nice sky wheelie, bit of an odd angled hit. I can already tell it's going to be a short freestyle because of how much time's left for the Jackrabbit. Big air, nice. Oh, hard hit. Oh boy, on two wheels. Nice save. That was good. Into the Jersey wall again. I'm going to go up the Jackrabbit. Thank you for blocking the way, people. Going to go for it. Oh, careful there. Ooh. Almost. Oh, I think he might have done damage there. Is the four-link okay? Okay, it's okay. That was a bad angle. Like a four-link could have broken right there. All right, here we go into a donut. Now going to go for the back of the racing lane. Nice sky wheelie coming down, odd angled hit. Center jump. Heads up and over it. Good run, but still needs to pick up the pace. Uh-oh, looks like rear steer's locking up. Yeah, it looks locked up. Oh, boy. Yeah, you can tell, having problems. And now he's going to go try and go into a donut. Uh-oh, careful, starting to lift up right there. Back of the center jump. As going to park right there as Smashosaurus won freestyle. Man, Trip had a great night. One trick, even though I don't think he deserved it. And got the freestyle win. Not bad. Easily got the freestyle win. Man, just think. If White was more lucky, might have had everything. I thought he had the better tricks. But, of course, flipped early, so really shouldn't have counted to me, personally. But that skill was really good for what he did. Won racing, and honestly had a good freestyle, too. Just went over. No, actually, no, he did not have a good freestyle, actually. Because he kept going for the race lanes, and he did the sidewall and then flipped over. So, take back my words back for freestyle. All right, but that was Matt Motorsports Outlaw Nationals at Springfield, Missouri, Show 2 2026 by Zachary59. The track I still felt was a little underwhelming for what they could have done, but that event actually was pretty good. Really pretty good. Underestimated, honestly. Although I don't know if it's top 10, though, because that top 10 now is getting so tough up there, it's going to be tough to beat. So, probably not going to be enough for top 10, but still was a good event and all that. So, I hope you enjoyed, and see you all for the next event coming up eventually soon.